Hello, chat. How you doing? Good to see you. You vibing hard? I'm getting asked a lot about prescription medicine for some reason right now. You make one word in your title reference a drug, all of a sudden brings out the true culture. But yeah, perks. I mean, I know that probably not, I could have mentioned something else, but I figured perk works pretty well for the extreme title. Am I a doctor? If I were a doctor, you think I'd be doing this? Be a little busy, with a lot being on call and everything. No, medicine was not my forte. How is everyone though? You guys ready to, this will probably not be a 4-hour stream, but you know what? That's all right. That's perfectly fine with me. Let me just send this Discord message out real quick. Weather update. It's still hot as ass and about as muggy as one here too. Not exactly enjoyable. Vibes are weak. Not goated. Weather maxing. I don't know. How do you use this like Gen Alpha lingo or brain rot again? I need to like do a study course on it. Oh, this will be like 1.5 hour stream. Well, you're forgetting I normally like spend about 20 to 30 minutes talking to you guys at the beginning, so add an extra 30 minutes to that estimation. And also, I might play it pretty slowly too, just to dick around. Who's more credible, Dr. Dart or Dr. Mario? Well, I don't really know what Dr. Mario is prescribing in those meds. It feels like he just throws like a bottle of vitamins at people. So you know what? I at least have a few ideas for like aspirin and Tylenol. Almost 90 here. Yeah, it's for me, it's not been the actual physical temperature. It's just been really humid because we've been getting a lot of rain. So it's just like oppressive, like atmosphere, put it simply. Where did we end last night? We had just finished the bus section in chapter 12, I think. We just got away from the big spider thing. What are the plans for the next stream? I'm probably gonna stream Resident Evil Director's Cut. Just so we can have that wonderful soundtrack and all those wonderful meme lines finally on the stream. Probably that one. That's what I'm considering. Ugh. 111 degrees here. So where the hell are you at that it's 111 degrees? And how are you alive? Like, Jesus, man. Are you in Death Valley, Nevada? Or the Sahara? What's up? Hey, how you doing, Cyclic? What is the difference between a director's cut, the DualShock version, etc. of Resident Evil 1? There was a few changes in the Resident Evil director's cut. I think it added voice acting, though I'm not entirely sure about that one. But it changes up some enemy encounters and some puzzles in the game, but it also systematically changes the entirety of the soundtrack to be, some would say worse, I would say better. Ironically, though. But it's not extensive amount of changes. They just wanted to re-release the game again, I think. Because they weren't expecting it to be that big of a success. Like, oh, we need to sell this game again. 84 the Gobi Phoenix. Okay, Phoenix does get pretty hot sometimes, but that's that desert dry heat you're talking about. Probably like 90 degrees with like 100% humidity. That wet bulb temperatures or whatever they call it. So you can never actually cool off even with air conditioning and shade. Like, you know what? You better just like, you'll stay indoors. Never made a Resident Evil 1 remake like with 2 and 3. Actually, they did remake Resident Evil 1. It was just done on the GameCube. And it's actually their first remake game. It just still maintains the gameplay of the original game, being, tank controls and fixed camera angles. First time catching a dart live. Nice to see you, but hey, nice to have you here, Tavian. As you'll see, I'm actually quite a nice guy, but that's all a ruse to make everyone like me, and you'll watch me more often, as I hope you will do. But am secretly nice. I just pretend to be an asshole who's pretending to be nice during live streams. So it all comes back around full circle. And you're actually just no match for my Hannibal Lecter mind games. I'll catch you one way or another. Remember, it was Phoenix. It was 95 degrees at night. At 95 at night is like an abomination. God should not be allowing that kind of thing. He's like, ho, I didn't program that in my little exercise here on Earth. Like, what? That ain't supposed to be that way. What'd you humans do? Where you're telling us is that you're a psychopath. I think that's what I was getting at, yeah. So good game for me to be playing. What's up, Xander? How you doing, man? Except for the Crimson Heads. Yeah, those were new in the remake. So will we never see the real nice Dart? Well, I am a real nice Dart. I'm just pretending to be an asshole who's pretending to be nice, but is secretly nice. See? You untangle that Gordian knot of contradictions, all right? Is there a reason you're streaming so much horror content, or are they just... I like horror games. That's really the main thing, and that I stream them really well. And chat seems to enjoy me playing horror games. But I don't know, I've just been in a horror game mood recently. And you know what? It doesn't help that the numbers are real good when I stream horror games versus, say, something else. We might be going to war with Iran tonight. Yeah, I was seeing our leader-in-chief's tweets about that. Let's hope not. I don't really want to get a Middle East war added to the bingo board. Hello, Dart. So you're playing this a few times. I was streaming and missed them. I beat this game and I hope it's doing well. Well, I beat this game years ago and did a video on it. I'm just playing it again for old time's sake. You know what? It's still janky and clunky, but yeah, it's still a fun play. It's nothing too great though, but it's a fun play. There are 9 million people all being told to evacuate. That's not going to go well. I'm hoping that's just like hyperbole on Dear Leader's part. And he's just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what I hope for anymore when it comes to politics. You guys get rid of George W. Bush. Dude, I would take George W. Bush again right now. At least that's more concise and predictable. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, actually. Second game is my favorite. I actually like the second game least because it's open world. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dart. How is everyone? Hey, Nick. How you doing? Pretty good tonight. I'm you know, sweating through this heat. It's, you know, not exactly breezy easy here. But yeah, that's living in the South for you. On a side note, I nabbed a copy of Altars on Green Man Gaming for 25 bucks. Not a bad price for that amount of gaming. You know, I forgot Green Man Gaming was a thing. Dartigan is actually Swahili for D's nuts. You know what? We bringing back the classics, chat. D's nuts is now valid again. Feel free to go spring that joke on your grandparents. Least favorite indie game? Don't know, actually. I mean, there's probably plenty of indie games I would not like and have not liked. But most of the ones I've played, I've at least enjoyed. But I'm sure there's some that I played for like 5 minutes and returned my money. But I don't recall off the top of my head which ones that was. South be hot down there. South be humid. And then some other parts of it are hot and humid. Terrellidus, we're like roaches, we survive in conditions we wouldn't be living in, and we enjoy it. We're lucky it will be an air campaign and no boots on the ground. Well, if it were boots on the ground, that would be a much bigger build-up. That takes time to get everything ready. So I can at least guarantee that will be happening, I think. I'm living in the truth south as the southern hemisphere. Well, hey, right now you guys are having winter, though, is what that means. Which is still one of those things that I forget is how the world works. And I like breaks my brain to think about, like, half the world is in winter right now. Like, why didn't I get taught that in school? Why'd I have to? I didn't learn that until I was a goddamn adult. It's like I went most of my childhood and thinking, oh, it's the same season across the world. Nope, southern, northern hemisphere, totally different. And yeah, really, I did not learn that until I was an adult. Did not know that. Weird how the world works. It's almost like a sphere, but some people don't believe that. Did you hate school? I hated school for most of my childhood. Then I got to 10th grade and I started making it work for me, and I actually enjoyed going to it. Will I send Expedition 33? I did play through it and record it, so my plan is to hopefully send it after Death Stranding. Yeah, I kind of like my summer is going to be Death Stranding 2, possibly Expedition 33, and then maybe a GTA 5 video to get that out finally. That's kind of like my summer plan for like the YouTube videos. And as well as doing the Patreon stuff like the Metal Gear video, maybe a Resident Evil old school game, send video next on Patreon or something else. Learned shamefully late that it's impossible for a storm to cross the equator. I'm just now learning that. Discovered something called the Lobotomy Company, and I'll never really actually touch that game. Might try a Library Arena. Also, maybe a Persona 5 video. Hey, we already have the goal for how we make a Persona 5 video happens, and that requires people to like sign up for the Patreon. If we reach the goal there, then I'll send it. Is it good for streamers to stream recent release games or popular ones or old ones? Here's the thing, no one actually can tell you the proper answer to that. There are some streamers who make it their, prerogative to play a brand new game either as soon as it comes out or even get early access to it, and for them it works. There's other people who for that will not work at all. There's some people who like their bread and butter or like their community is based around older games because they play those better or their community they built likes that better. It's really down to what your community is, more so than what the streamer wants to do. So it can be any one of those things or none of them. Some streamers play one game for years and don't switch off it. They just keep playing a multiplayer game. What is my community? My community knows that I do variety and they seem to be built around it. If I had to tell you what my community loves seeing the most, it's usually horror games. I've noticed my numbers always the strongest when I'm playing a horror game. Like a regular stream for me is like over 100 people watching, but if I'm playing a horror game, it can often be double or triple that. Remember when your ex asked, "Where is Brazil?" I mean, that's a pretty big country. You think she would have, like, her eyes would have wandered across it once or twice on a map. Hmm. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna take this second shirt off because it is just too freaking hot. Cannot wear layers right now. Honestly, if it wasn't decent, I'd strip down to my underwear. But I got a cat watching me, and I ain't letting that happen. Are you streaming topless? I have a t-shirt on. I just had a button up on over top of that because I look good in it. And you know, you gotta have them like, that +1 to charisma that it adds, so. Nerd speak, my brothers. But now I've taken it off, so my charisma has already been lowered. Turn the camera on. I don't even have a camera set up to turn on. Strip down your underwear and get that footage up on OnlyFans pronto. Well, don't have the OnlyFans account. And the only thing I would ever show there is feet. What if Lucky walked in on you and you were streaming in just your underwear? What then? She would actually laugh at that. She would think that's hilarious. Have I ever done a face reveal before? Yes, I have streamed with my face before. Not too often. I am thinking of doing it more regularly. I'm looking at cameras right now to like get just I'd like to experiment with it and see what it does for the numbers, because clearly some people like to watch a stream with a camera view of the streamer. So it's something I'm considering. I had to get some lights too to make it look proper. Whew. Are feet pics sexual? It depends on who you're asking. For some people, yes. For most people, no. How many times have you beat this game? This will make my second time. I played this game originally once, and then I played through the DLC, and that was it. So, Dartigan, do you wear a beard or not? I have a really good jawline and chin, so I don't need a beard. Yep. Yep, that's my answer to that question. I got a jawline, beard unnecessary. Plus, I can't grow facial hair worth a damn. So, I rely on the cut of my jaw. How many cats can your apartment handle? I think 2 is a good number. Any more than that, and it starts getting a bit, difficult. I mean, the litter smell alone will start to overwhelm you. You really like this game? Never played the DLC. Is it good? There's a couple pieces of DLC. The best one is one where you play as Kidman, since it gives you more story details. Hey folks, no Puff in chat for now. She's having internet issues, but maybe she'll be here later tonight. Well, hey, she lives in Alaska, so surprising she even gets to like make phone calls out of that place. When will you send Doomer Simulator? Doomer Simulator? I've never heard of this before. I thought you were asking me about Doom there for a second. Doomer Simulator, huh? How do you decide if you want to buy the DLC of a game? I mean, same way you decide if you want to buy the base game. Did it interest you? And for the DLC, is like, did you like the game enough to want to play more of it? I would assume. At least that's the way I would go about it. I think Puff was having issues the past. She seems like she's always having internet issues. I mean, the box states, Hawaii and Alaska, always seem to have the most. Have you played any RTS games like StarCraft or Age of Empires? I tried playing like a few RTS games in the past when I was younger. I tried playing like Red Alert and I think Warcraft. I don't have the visuals. I just don't like them. I was about to try and make a bunch of excuses, and all of it really boils down to they're not for me. I never could get into them. I don't have the mental capacity or the reflexes or whatever it is. You have to be able to keep track of like all your units and like select them quickly and send them off, because It just doesn't, process in my brain. So never really found one I got into. I can play things like Civilization, but that's not RTS. That's just, board game board game stuff more or less. Red Alert 2, she's good. RTS and fighting games, only two genres I do not like. I mean, I respect them. They're just not for me. I've heard RTS though is kind of dead right now. When you were sitting all the Kingdom Hearts games, which one was the worst to play through? 3. 3 was the absolute worst because it came a decade after the second game, and it was trying to tie together all these loose plot threads they left hanging over multiple side games throughout the years. And most of it just felt completely pointless and soulless. Nothing of it seemed to work. Like the Disney worlds were just backdrops and didn't really have a purpose of being there. They just feel like it felt like fan fiction is what the game felt like, with really expensive fan fiction. Hola todos, hello. Hmm. I can see what everyone's saying. By the way, YouTubers, people who watch YouTube live streams, I continue to not run ads on my live streams. However, YouTube seems to be making changes. They're trying to restrict it even more, so I may eventually lose the ability to not run ads on YouTube streams. I'm just giving you guys an advance warning of that. I noticed when I was like making the stream today, setting it up, there was less options for me to choose from. I always choose manual, so I can just choose to not play ads. I get the feeling YouTube's going to take that away eventually, and it'll be stuck that you have to run some ads. Appreciate the warning. I just don't want people blaming me because I've never once run ads on a single one of my streams over 10 years, and I never will. As long as I have the option of not doing it. Like Twitch took that option away from me years ago, so I expect YouTube to do it as well. Especially now they're like blocking pretty much every ad blocker out there. True patriot of the people refusing to hard cash. YouTube is trying to pay them, man. What's the thing for live streams? Ad revenue isn't that big of a deal unless you have a lot of people watching. Like if you have say a couple thousand people watching, an ad break, that could be worth it. But my streams tend to like top out at no more than like at best 300 people across 2 platforms on my really good days. So even if I ran ads, I'd still would only be making like a buck or two at best. And so I'd rather just not inconvenience people and let them like if you want to like give me some money, throw some money my way, that's fine. If not, just keep watching anyways for free. I make my ad revenue off the videos because I damn sure put ads in those. Got some of ad blocker going on, so don't get it. Well, that's the thing. Every ad blocker you put up will eventually come to stop working on YouTube. They're very active against finding the loopholes and closing them. Would that affect who pay for premium? Or I don't think it. I think premium will still be. You won't have to watch ads. I think that's the whole idea. YouTube wants more people paying for premium. Like they want to like make it inconvenient not to have premium. Favorite video game protagonist? I really like Zidane from FF9, but I actually like Vivi, who's a secondary protagonist, more. But I think I probably have a very long list of favorite protagonists. Those are just the ones that come to mind. Worse when the chats go so fast that you can't actually see what anyone is saying. Usually when chats are moving that fast, the people who are chatting will just either use nothing but emotes or they'll type in 1 to 3 words to keep it short so you can still read it. Didn't they make a change that they'll introduce some ads into premium? I don't know if they did that. I just know that they're changing up their ads so they'll have even longer unskippable ads or something. Just got back from your graduation ceremony. I now have a bachelor's degree. Hey, congratulations, Azan. Hopefully, the job market will actually let you put that to use. Not to sound depressive, because I just know the current realities of the job market, and it ain't good. So keep your head up, and you'll savor this victory. I've had premium for at least 5 years. I wanted to get rid of political ads. I mean, premium. Hey, us YouTubers, we love premium viewers because we get a bigger cut of money from their views than we do that's a single ad view. What do you think of JC Denton? I love JC Denton, but I like the world he's in more than I like his character. A hot take, but as much as I love FF9, the You're Not Alone sequence is a bit overrated in my opinion. Zidane gets over his trauma in like 2 minutes. I mean, I can see that. I think it's just the context of the game being like more lighthearted despite attempting to do those kind of things is what works in its favor. But I can't think of really any game that even like RPGs likes that didn't have people get over things pretty quickly. It was just the nature of the writing back then. They only had so much time. But, I could see if they ever remade it, maybe, and, string it out a bit more. But I don't know, I still like that sequence, just because it plays with the best song in the game. But, yeah, it's a little video game convoluted. When did YouTube start to become a livable wage for you? I'd say it started around 2019. That's when I left my job, to do this full time. That's when I started making enough money to like, okay, I think I can do this. And since I didn't have any debt at the time either, and still don't have any debt. I didn't have to worry about having like being underwater every single month. What is one of the games of all time? Half-Life 2? Deus Ex? Vampire the Masquerade? I don't know. There's a lot of the games that are all time. Hey, Dartigan, what video game do you think has the worst written characters? Okay, that's Kingdom Hearts is one. That comes in mind. I mean, there's plenty of good games that really suck at characterization. I would say, I'll say that much. There's plenty of games I like that still have bad characters. Uh, there's games that I love that have racist ass characters. Let that sink in. There's some games I just like have some massive racist stereotypes, but I still love the game. But if I wanted to point towards games with badly written characters that are entertaining, any David Cage game, almost every character is uniquely bad and horrible in some way in their writing, but you know what? They still somehow manage to be entertaining despite how poorly written they are. At least to me. Music that scene is great, no denying. I mean, it's one of the Uematsu's best. Favorite game to do gaming sin so far? I really like Sinning Until Dawn. That was the very first game I live streamed. And I just come off sending Final Fantasy 13, so it was very refreshing to come off RPG melodrama that drained the fuck out of me to doing just a really campy horror game. So it was like a breath of fresh air, and I also matured my writing style a lot with it. I think if you actually go back and watch my videos before Until Dawn and then after, you see like a huge disparity in my writing style and like how things changed. That was kind of like the turning point for me where I started developing into my own style instead of just being like a CinemaSins copy. What was my job before YouTube? I was see, what was it before YouTube? It was retail. I worked in retail. Ooh, they remake FF9. I just know that Not Alone scene is gonna go hard. It has to. I mean, there's a lot of scenes that go hard, but that one's one of them. Did I go to college? No, I did not go to college. I thought about it. I started the process, and then I kind of like, you know what? I don't want to be $100,000 in debt. I saw that one coming. Like, I didn't want to have $100,000 or more in debt over my head. And especially since I would have gone into college for, it would probably be a history degree. And there ain't much you can use a history degree for other than to teach people history, who can then go on to teach more people history. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to be a fan of history and do something else. How do you feel about the Final Fantasy games pulling from other mythologies like Norse, Greek, Roman? Well, I like it when they like have influences, but not completely on the nose. Here's like Greek mythology. I like having like bits and bobbles. Like you have some like the summons who are based off mythological beings from different mythologies. They'll have like a few, maybe story beats that pull from those things, but I wouldn't want just a straight translation of it. Would you say Resident Evil 4's characters are poorly written but entertaining? I would say the plot of Resident Evil 4 is pretty poor. It's pretty bare bones and basic, but it's the world they created for it, and also the action and the gameplay, and the characters just acting. The characters in the OG just really make it work because they're so B-movie hack that it works. Because it works, it just makes the plot kind of goofy, despite the horror setting. And I don't know, that's something about that I love. And it just doesn't help that the gameplay was revolutionary. That's why I still think in the remake, they kind of dropped the ball by taking it seriously, and that just only points out how silly the plot is. And the characters, without their, like, comical edge, don't really, as much. Do you like rap music? Yeah, I got no problem with it. Studying history so I can be racist, but in a sensible, accurate way. Well, actually, I think it'll be the opposite. If you actually study history, it makes you less racist. Because then you start to understand, you know what? We ain't so different after all. But hey, if you're determined, I'm sure you can find a few things. You'll be out there like one of those people, like, obviously, the IQ of, these people did nothing but build mud huts or something. I've seen those arguments before. Reading my name, law, premium racism. I mean, I know I say it incorrectly. I always say Vicente, and I know that's wrong. But you know what? I should probably just start calling you Cortez. That one I can say. Do you like Avatar and Korra? I like Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's a peak show. Korra, I like season 1 and season 3. The other 2 seasons I wasn't as big into. They were actually kind of like mid. Resident Evil doesn't take itself serious at all, and I adore that. Yep, that's what I well, to be honest, Resident Evil never really took itself seriously until 5. You don't mind? I mean, you should. It's probably like really rude of me to always get your name wrong. But you know what? How about that? I just call you V Cortez. Looked it up. Snakes eating themselves is a real thing. I mean, that does happen. I mean, that's why they became such a big image. But I don't think they rarely ever die from it. They eventually just spit their tail out. Best JoJo character? I really like Jolene because she was so different from the rest, and she's also, in terms of power-wise, not the most strongest, but still had the most creativity in her ability. Also like, what's his name? What's the name of the villain from part 4? The one that loves hands? Whatever his name was, that guy, Kira. Yeah, Kira was a really good villain, just because he also was not too overpowered. Well, he got an extra ability toward the end that was pretty OP, but he still was way more, interesting in terms of that. But yeah, I think those are 2 that I'd go for if I would just pick my peak characters. You gonna watch the Steel Ball Run anime? I'm waiting to see more of it because I have a feeling that's gonna be a very CG heavy anime, just because of all the horses in it. I still don't know how they're gonna make that work. It's Resident Evil 7 and 8 took themselves seriously, and I would say 7 took itself pretty seriously. 8 is kind of goofy at times. You got like giant lady and her like bug daughters, and you have that goofy race Nazi dude who's like acting weird as fuck, and you got like a hunchback. So and also you're trying to put your daughter back together piece by piece. I'd say that one's almost on Resident Evil 4's level of like hammy plot. Everyone actually hated season 2 of Korra. It's actually a collective agreement at this point. I mean, the fact that that's all about like the lore of it as well, and how these actually really well animated like water painting esque like flashbacks, kind of depressing because it should have been better than it was. Funniest thing is how Europeans were racist against each other, like how Benjamin Franklin didn't want German immigrants because they were too dark skinned or swarthy. Look, yo, Europeans are really good at inventing ways to be racist, but subtle about it. I'm not saying that it's just a strength they have. But when you have like centuries and centuries upon warfare with each other, you know what? It's understandable. Now that Resident Evil 9 is coming back to Raccoon City, how do you think they're going to drag Leon back? I mean, no clue right now. That's why we're waiting to find out, right? I mean, he literally works for government agencies. I can assume he'll be assigned it like that girl is. Here was also a pretty interesting example of sociopathic villain, less hammy and more genuinely doesn't seem to realize how messed up. Yep, that's actually that's why his opening monologue is so good, because it gets the point across that there's something wrong with this guy without being too obvious. I mean, then he shows off that he likes to collect hands, but just the opening monologue alone is like, this guy is clearly got obsessive compulsive disorder. Is Wesker dead for good? He got dropped in a volcano and shot in the head with 2 rocket launchers. I think he's dead. I think he's dead and gone. Let's see. We spotted a hot Asian lady in Raccoon City. Leon puts down the phone and immediately books a flight. How would you rank the JoJo parts? Let's see. Well, I'd rate the first one the weakest. I don't know, it just whatever. The first JoJo is pretty weak. It's got some good ideas and fight scenes, but overall it's like JoJo season 2, I think it's Diamonds Are Unbreakable or something, whatever it's called. Or no, but the one where it's like, in World War II, that one's pretty damn good. The third one that everyone like creams themselves over because I feel it's a little overrated. 4 is probably the second best, I would say. I'd say 4, 5, and 6 are the best of JoJo. And everything else is either like okay-ish or like, you know what, somewhat below those. Battle tendencies, thank you. How would you rank the NetherRealm Mortal Kombat games based on how dumb the plots are? Every one of them is like, is dumb as shit. It's like every single one since like 9, honestly, does anyone really care at this point, the Mortal Kombat lore? It's such a mess. It's been rebooted too much. It's like it's I don't know. It's like looking at a plate of spaghetti that's been thrown up on. Like, where do you begin? And the last one was pure shit. However, I will be sending the DLC for that soonish. Never got into Golden Wind, was confusing to me for some reason. It's weird because you're dealing with one of Dio's kids, but Dio had a Joestar body, so it's whatever. I haven't really been able to get into the post time skip stuff as much as other people. Like I tried reading. I've been reading the most recent one where it's like they're in Hawaii and it's pretty good so far. But I never got into JoJo Lion. Never could. I just like tried. I was like, I don't think I like this. Didn't they give up on the latest Mortal Kombat game? I mean, they made DLC for it a ton, so I think they're just done with that game and moving on to their next DC game. 1 is Phantom Blood, 2 Battle Tendency, 3 Stardust Crusaders, Diamond is Unbreakable, Golden Wind, Stone Ocean, Steel Ball Run, JoJo Lion, and JoJo Lands. Yeah, Steel Ball Run is all. I will say, yeah, I will say 4, 5, 6, and 7 are the best of JoJo. Did you read Steel Ball Run? I read it years ago, and I'll be honest with you, I only remember bits and pieces. That's kind of how it's hard to keep that one in your brain, though. It's such a mindfuck. But it does do some pretty cool shit. The fact that he had to draw that many horses, though, I stand by as being impressed by. Which is better, Primal Rage or Killer Instinct? I've never played either. Never have. Don't know. I'm also not that good at telling you how good a fighting game is. Mortal Kombat's lore is probably not as complex as DC and Marvel's. Honestly, Tekken's lore is probably the most complex. But they know it's bullshit and they just have fun with it. They don't bother trying to retcon anything with like time skips or time travel. It's like, you know what? Just throw someone else off a mountain. That'll fix it. Tekken's lore is goofy as fuck. Yep. I think they get off on that too. You're from Pound Town, USA. What's it like over there in Pound Town? It's funny I didn't like JoJo Part 4 when I first watched it because I was in college and felt the episodic first half. I felt like it was wasting my time. It is a different... After the first 3, Part 4 is kind of weird since it's set in a small rural town and it's a much smaller plot. But it does do really interesting things with a lot of that. Would you be willing to pursue the head doctor? I don't know why you're asking me. You think we should get a Resident Evil game where we place as Wesker, but he was the MC? I could see that happening. It would need to be a prequel where it's like really young Wesker before he like realizes who he is and what he's been made for and stuff, maybe. But I would rather, if they were to do a prequel set in like the 50s or 60s or 70s and early like Umbrella, I'd rather him still be a villain. Did you see the video of the American tourists in Israel seeing Israeli missiles approaching and going, whoa, fireworks? No, but that does sound very American. Just being completely clueless of what's going on in a country. Have you played any MMOs through the years and stuck with you? I have never been able to get into MMOs. I tried playing World of Warcraft and like, nah, this ain't for me. So I've never played an MMO. At least for more than like an hour. They're just not my cup of tea. What's up, Monty? How you doing, dude? Welcome back. Well, the gang's all here, chat. Should we get started? I've managed to kill 35 minutes just warming you guys up. Some of you are like, when's he gonna play the game? He's here to play video games. It's a horror stream or just chatting. And it's right, I do eventually play video games. In fact, we're gonna be finishing this game tonight. Fuck the game, you guys. I should just start doing just chatting streams. They'd probably be more popular. In fact, once I start using a camera, I probably will. When play game? We're play game now. Gang's all here. Resident Evil Cold War would be cool. Yeah, I'd like to see the beginnings of Umbrella Corporation. So yeah, last night we got past the what was it? The school bus section, so we got like 3 chapters left. Have you seen the Wikipedia article Sexually Active Popes? No, I have not. And which ones are sexually active? Do I even want to know? This Pope fucks. I don't know how that information helps me in my day-to-day life. I think I get any more upgrades. You come in for the video game, but you stay for Dartigan's soothing voice and his better than average looking face. Well, hey. I thank you for that compliment. Because you know what? I still don't really believe in myself. Real stream was the friends you made along. You know, that's actually the whole point I feel of a stream is like the building the community more than anything else. All right, we gotta go save this lady. I kind of forget how I get down there. We believe in you, Dartigan. Based off what? All you need to know is 1 out of 10 popes was in some way. I mean, there's literally like a pope who did like devil rituals and shit, wasn't there? He's like, I'm gonna like. There's like a pope who wanted to summon devils so he could fight them. I'm not kidding. That was like a real thing that happened.
Is that acid?
This takes a long time to disarm. Hated this section. Yeah, the later half of the game is pretty weak. Why does live stream sound like someone recording themselves urinating in the bathroom? Because the word stream. And there are people who do that for their live streams.
Jesus. What could cause this much damage? Is that a subway sticking out of the ground?
Yeah, but look how it's positioned. If we can get over there, we might be able to use it to get across.
Let's just concentrate on getting out of here.
That seems safe and not perilous. Why does, but it's called sound.
No, don't risk it. Hold on. I think I see another way down. I'll meet you on a lower
I was
level.
just up there. There is no other way down. The gameplay isn't as panicked as my current earworm is. Earworms.
Damn it. First Kidman, now.
Alright, you're not gonna... Oh yeah, I forgot this guy again. You gotta use those bosses twice, you know. Did you see that vending machine? The one next to me? Brain energy? Yep, and, you know, they got, you know, a lobotomy spike in there. Is this game's version of Pyramid Head? A little bit, but he doesn't really have that same thematic weight. He's just a cool looking visual, more so than a reason for it. Well, I guess there was a reason. It was created because the Ruvik wanted to keep secrets and not let anyone know, and he's there to kind of protect those, but not that deep of a thing. Can I get you to come blow yourself up on this bomb, sir? No. We got a Rubik enemy here as well. Got no rifle rounds. You ready to see more Norman Reedus's Meatus? Yes, actually. I hope I can stare at his cock again. And then get punched in the face for it. And use his pee as a weapon. Can you believe that's a real thing? Don't do Sam like that, bro, you're shy. I mean, hey. He knows he's a video game character. Wonder if I could sneak up and stab that one. I'm thinking like, look, I've been programmed by Kojima's games to think like this. We're gonna wait for the Reuben guy to come back in here. I really don't want him seeing me. He's a kind of a pain in the ass. Naked cock? Oh, well, you don't really see his cock, but you can look at the bulge. Hmm. Why'd you jump up on the bed? What the fuck? Burn him. Oh, fuck. A digital grunt of the virtual age. Wish more Resident Evil games use Crimson Head, my favorite gameplay. That was a really good mechanic. But sadly, not too many do it. Ooh. You watch it. Can't stealth kill him either. Why is this a thing I can come out on? Oh, because of that. Saw an article Kojima saying he's afraid too many people like it. He's afraid too many people like it. And, you know, that sounds like a flex more than anything else. I might just be too popular. Can't believe you just stood there watching the guy writhe in pain while being incinerated. I'm the one who incinerated him. And you're worried about me watching my actions? Might have been taken out of context, but still wild thing to say. I don't really understand his logic there. But he's in the middle of marketing his game, so he'll probably say anything he needs to. By the way, I gotta get a new phone soon because mine stopped working. What chat? What are your recommendations for an Android phone right now? Ow. Keep in mind, I don't buy iPhones. Oof, close. A cheap one. There is no such thing anymore. Fuck! Oh, that hurt. That killed me. Upset. Shit, now I gotta do that entire stealth sequence again. A Galaxy S22. How much are those? S25 Ultra, go big or go. I don't really need like a $1,000 phone. Been getting my last, my current phone is like what? Let me see what it is. It's like a Galaxy S8 Plus or something. It's like a pretty good phone. It's lasted me several years, but it seems like my receiver has stopped working, so I can't receive calls anymore. I think Ruvik would be a good fit for Joe Rogan's podcast. You know what? Actually, yeah, he definitely would probably talk with Joe Rogan about like DMT and monkeys. Why are you programmed to get on the bed? Shit, I can't reach you over there. What phone do I currently have? It's a Galaxy, and it's S8 Plus Ultra, something like that. It's one of those ones with the beveled side glass. I got it back in like 2019. Shit. Well, that went much better that time. Love the Samsung Z Flips. They go. I've actually considered getting a flip phone. I'm not touching that bomb again. Phone of 6 years is breaking down. Yeah, that's what happened to mine. Sadly. Give me more brain juice. Alright, let's go like collect my rewards. What's up, Hunter Moon Gaming? What's up with you? I punctuated your name. Hope you appreciated that. Do Razer phones still exist? I don't think so. Yeah, I guess I get the key when I go down there. Which was better, the Animaniacs or Tiny Toons? Animaniacs, I will say, is better. Tiny Toons is no slouch, though. Hey, Base, what's up? Those are breakable boxes. Alright, safe guy coming up second round. You think it's possible dinosaurs were never real and it's all an economic scheme? Who profits from it? Explain that to me and then maybe I'll buy this. Yes, shotgun rounds. Rats. I don't think you can go down that hallway due to the smoke. The guy who invented paleontology didn't want to major anything existing, so he made people believe that giant lizard animals were a thing just so they can be the guy who can teach it to future generations, and no one ever figured that out until now, is what you're saying.
Kidman, are you in there?
Like, no one ever thought, yeah, I think these bones are planted here. Some guy went around the entire world one day, just like planting bones all over the place. You know, I think if he is that wealthy, he didn't need to work anymore. You're majoring in is majoring in history a pyramid scheme? No more than majoring in English is. It's just one of those degrees that, you know, it's probably not going to be the most high paying. It likely comes with a drinking or an alcoholic addiction and, you know, like, you know, feelings of self-loathing. So you got to keep that in mind. Finally, more Magnum ammo, huh? I now have 9 rounds of it. What world economies from the books, toys, clothing, movies, museum visits, and you have to hire people to do these things, and it helps the economy. You know what? It'd be very interesting if some nation tried to fake its geological history like that just to make itself more attractive to tourism. You think Rubik's actual sister would be offended by his dream world version? I would imagine so. Like, you imagine me as like a, you know, weird, like multi-limbed spider?
I had to know the truth, and he knew it.
Detective Castellanos.
Lady, level with me. Am I going crazy?
If one wishes to survive, one would do well to consider who they trust.
Deep. Generally, that's how it gets written, though, right? You know, yeah, I don't look like that, do I? All right, you know, let's unlock this one. I'll take that. Rifle ammo, good. Who would win, Lisa Trevor or Laura? I would say Lisa Trevor. Wait, what are Lisa Trevor, the GTA character? Wait, who's Lisa Trevor again? I think I was thinking that's a Resident Evil character, but I'm not sure. I don't, do I want the maximum sprint upgraded? Wouldn't mind making this a bit more powerful. It's only 10% boost. It's whatever, I use it a lot. I don't know. Horrible thing, but wouldn't the melting of the Antarctic yield a lot of interesting paleontology finds? Possibly. But the flooded coastlines on every major continent in the world, probably not worth it. Lisa Trevor is from Resident Evil. Yeah, she's the Resident Evil remake, you know, villain, right? I knew her name was Lisa. That's all I remember of it, though. Missing Crimson City police event. Joseph Oda disappeared while returning home. Several eyewitnesses claim to have seen him searching Crimson City for someone. Seb is going to be big brain damage after this. Well, he's in the sequel, and he's pretty well off there in terms of mental faculty. What would you recommend for someone's first Final Fantasy game? Honestly, the remake of 7. That's a really good starting point. It's pretty easy to digest. It's got good action. It's got a cast in a world you can really understand and get behind. So I'd say 7 remake, and then Rebirth after that. Before we go down there. This is what I want to see in Resident Evil 9. I want to see Kevin and Leon team up because they know each other. I mean, who knows? Who knows what you'll get Hopefully, I just want a good game. That's all I care about. Yeah, that guy's got 2 bombs on him over there. When do you think we'll see the launch of 7 Remake Part 3? Soon 2027. I think we'll get a trailer for it by the end of the year, honestly. If I were optimistic, I'd say the end of 2026. But more likely, yeah, sometime early 2027 is when I'd actually place my bet. Most annoying character, Leslie, Evil Within, or Chadley. FF's Chadley. Chadley is just probably the worst thing in the remake, actually. He's like the character they created to tutorialize the game somewhat. Oh shit. But that didn't go very well. The fact they doubled down on him in Rebirth is hilarious. They're definitely confident in their Chadley character, that's for sure. Like he's the linchpin for making sure new gamers love this series. Oh, now I gotta use that heal I just picked up. Pile of goo from the... Yeah, no, I was coming back around, though. Dartigan, you left goo behind. You just gonna leave that perfectly good brain goo there? I mean, yeah, that's the kind of game we're playing. Can't just leave the goo on the floor. To be fair, there's a lot of goo here.
Joseph?
Endless goo. Recommend FF7 Remake first. Do you think it would hurt their experience by not playing the OG first? No. I'd say, I mean, if you want to, the OG is perfectly good. Still a good game to play. It just might feel pretty dated to you. But if you, it's your choice on that one. I think either one's fine. We got here. Well, he's not that tough.
Oh God, now what?
Oh, he's got death Roombas. That's a little... I gotta admit, that's kind of silly. You gotta admit, this is a pretty dumb idea. Oh, my ankles. I mean, I could just stand on it and ride around, actually. Can you destroy this thing? I don't think you can. Oh, no, you can. You can. Oh, shit, I hit more. I don't think you can disarm those ones, unfortunately. What? Pardon? This is some shit you'd see in Dan the Dan. Did anyone see what killed me? Did I have a stroke? Was a ceiling spike? Yeah, the animation was just wonky there. Why the kitchen, though, of all places? Oh. Rolled right through it. I was standing off to the side. This is the mind of you stuck in a psycho. Yeah, even for a psycho, this is pretty goofy. How am I missing? God, you suck at aiming. Hell's Kitchen without Gordon Ramsay. Oh, you're right. Fucking raw. Well, there we go. Oh, what the fuck? Where'd that one come from? I must have tripped one more of those. They open up. They ran down that way, so let's go up here first. Cinema. All right, we're good to go. How familiar am I with the bayou? Not, I don't think I've ever been to the bayou. Down the bayou. So not very familiar at all. What? You know, I get suspicious of glory holes no matter where I find them. But in this guy's world, even more so. That's a glory hole, by the way. There's no way that is anything but a glory hole. You would never put a window you have to lean down and see what's on the other side.
You again?
Stubbed my toe on it. As a proud Southern man, what's your opinion on $80 games? Will that just be the price of them? I think that's going to be the price that makes a lot of people stop buying video games when they're on discount. That's $80 a lot for almost everyone. Like, that's something where you actually gotta stop and think about it. I mean, $70 I feel was like that already. But 80 is like at the point where you're like, you know, I gotta decide between playing this game and paying my bills or something, or buying gas for the month. I think that's all it's going to do is make people buy less games instead of make these companies more money. Because I think there's plenty of like AA and indie games out there that are even cheaper that are just as much value as AAA games, and more people start turning to those. Or they'll just be playing older games. I think these companies are biting off more than they can actually, you know, make, or like, it's just not going to work for them as they think it is. Because put yourself in my position. I get paid to play video games. For me, buying video games is a tax write-off. And even for me, $80 is like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to, that makes me squeamish. And I'm in like the prime, you know, prime example of someone who has every reason to buy video games. Right. All my shotgun ammo got used up. That makes me sad. Yeah, that's the point where it's becoming a very expensive hobby. After feeling Nintendo will try pushing to 90. They want it to be 100. Don't get me wrong. They all want it to be $100. It's more like frustrating than fighting Eddie in Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 Remake's Eddie is the hardest thing in that game, actually. That was actually pretty, you know, pretty normal. How do you feel about the concept of STEM? You mean like STEM careers? or this game's Stim, where it's like a weird brain interface so everyone can like join up in a world together in their consciousness. It's kind of hokey, but whatever, it works as a game plot.
What's she after?
A shirt that doesn't become see-through in the rain, probably. Do I think I could beat 100 Moogles? Yes, they're tiny and fluffy and they have obvious weak points. What happens if you cut off the fluffy like little thing on the head of a Moogle, I wonder? It's a dark thought. Hey, FF16 made us realize that people are eating chocobos in that world, so gotta wonder what happens like, yo, the Moogles in such a crap sack world.
Leslie can go home? Can take the train all the way home?
No, Leslie. Not today.
You'll protect me?
Yes, that's my job.
How did you end up with purple eyes?
When I get home, they'll be surprised.
Tell me about the rabbits, George.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
You don't understand. You don't know what he'll become.
I do. I've seen it.
You don't understand what Ruvik is after.
So tell me, what is he after?
He's after Leslie.
What, he needs to finish his science project?
Don't patronize me. I have orders. I can't let him have this boy. Leslie is the only one he can...
Real smart to run in front of the bullet, you know. Alright, we got one more major chapter and then chapter 15, which I think is primarily a boss fight. Again, she had literally every opportunity to kill him multiple times she could have, yeah. She kind of sucks at her job. FF9 or Final Fantasy X? What? White-haired elf? Are you asking me between those two games? If you had to choose an FF would you live in, which would it be your pick? Oh, definitely FF9.
Joseph, you've got to be alive.
Though, I don't think anyone would ever choose FF16 world. That one was pretty shit world. Like FF10's PS2 trial. Yeah, the FF10 2 would be, I mean, FF10 would be my second pick. They're making a new Terminator game. Yeah, well, I know they're making a new RoboCop game. I didn't know they were making a new Terminator game. Well, no, I know they're making a 2D Terminator 2 game, and it looks very good. People got excited for that. Really? I didn't order this. I wanted a Coke. Disappeared to do dishes in my kitchen, so no clue what's happening. Can you finish the game tonight? Yes, I'll be finishing the game tonight. There's only one more chapter after this one. Man, I've been struggling for shoddy ammo for so long. Final Fantasy One's world, honestly, that all bad. I mean, it's just a generic fantasy world. There's nothing too crazy about it. Well, actually, no. They did change up Final Fantasy One's world to be way more confusing and weird, if you count that Strangers of the Paradise game. Now that vampires are making a comeback to mainstream media, what other fantasy monster would you like to see make a comeback? Mummies. Mummies haven't been a big deal since, like, the 90s with, like, Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. So yeah, bring me the mummies. Brandon Fraser. In fact, now that he's a big actor again, maybe he can make a new mummy movie. He'd probably be down for it. Like, everyone fucking loves Brendan Fraser. It's a shame what happened to him, and then he had to, like, leave acting for so long. Yeah, let me not run into that room just yet. My dearest Sebastian, if you've received this letter, then I fear the worst has come to pass. It means that my investigation got too close to the truth. It means that you may never see me again. Sorry I kept it from you, but it was to protect you from either the truth or my madness. I've enclosed a copy of my files. I only hope that you never receive them, but if you do, it's up to you to finish what I started. Please find justice for Lily and for me. I love you with all my heart.
Don't you think you should use your brain gel?
Use your brain goo. Shitty one. Don't want it, but I have to take it anyways. What about Wishbone? It was a great show with the best actor of all time. Alright. I think I'll just save up for maximum life gauge now. Or I guess that could be good. I don't really need the extra health. Just being able to heal better is nicer. Ivan Diaz, freelance journalist, never returned from covering a story. His camera and notebook were found in the village of Elk River. Office linked to foreign intelligence burned. Arrest made. Building, housing, community outreach center burns to the ground. There were allegations that the center was a front for foreign intelligence. You live? Hey, Puff, welcome back. You found your internet. Boom. Resident Evil 9 killed off Leon. How would you feel? I mean, depends on how they do it. Ow. Okay, you can go ahead and kill me because you earned it. And I just saved anyway, so I don't mind. What's the next sim video coming down the pipeline, or has that not been decided? I'm currently working on Metal Gear Solid for Patreon, and that's almost ready to go. I basically have my script finished. I'll be recording lines tomorrow. So the next YouTube one will be Death Stranding 2. And if I had to guess on a schedule after I do the Death Stranding 2, I will likely try to get Expedition 33 video out, followed by a GTA 5 video. So that's my current working schedule. For what I believe, the order I believe it'll go in. Would I rather fight a cactuar or a tomberry? Depends on from which game. We went a little ham in here on these. You know, I don't think I want that gringo. Did Patreon agree or disagree on a free Patreon release for the anniversary? Yeah, I did. Oh, I haven't actually made that yet. I'm going to be doing that probably tomorrow, actually. I'm going to ask them which game they'd want to see released or if they want one at all. So I might be putting that up for vote in the next day or so. I have to assume they'll likely be cool with it. My patrons are really good people. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can grab these. But it'll either be the Silent Hill 1 video or my Parasite Eve video. But hey, if you want to see all my exclusive vids, you can become a patron. That's the other way for it. Kind of worthwhile, you know. Speaking of Death Stranding 2, did you see the whole presentation Kojima had for it? Revealed some gameplay stuff. I saw a little bit of it, yeah. But it's pretty much what I expected of it. No. Just no. Oh, fuck you. Do you like Rockstar's Bully? Yes, I do. What did you think about it the most? What do I like about it the most? I like that it's a small town open world. I think that actually they did that better than any of their large city open world games. Because it actually felt dense and there was like, I don't know, it just felt like there's more character to it. That's what I liked about it. Also like the school area being so well developed. The pig. Yeah, I did send Bully not too long ago if you haven't seen that one. Why is it not hitting him? You know, I'm just gonna let this kill me because I'm really annoyed by that. Go ahead, do your worst. That was like a waste of ammo. Chrono Trigger or FF6? I would say Chrono Trigger. Did you ever do a face reveal, hand reveal?
Mission failed.
Whoa.
We'll get them next time.
Why is that so loud? Also, thank you, Reaverfoss, for the 100 bits. I have used a face cam in the past, a couple times, so my face is not a mystery. I just don't, but I am thinking of going back to using a face cam for most streams. I'm currently putting some thought into it. Haven't decided on it yet. So if that's what, if you know, so maybe I will. But I also, on my Patreon, I actually show off my cats, both of them. And I've shown them off freely as well. Honestly, the best tactic for dealing with these guys is just kind of run up to them. Ow. I was thinking that would work with them in the water and all. Fucking hell. Which fire? Okay, I forgot they got a bunch of guns. Can't wait to see how Kojima is going to out-Kojima himself in Dark Souls 2. Maybe he can finally scan geosophy. I don't think he's going to out-Kojima until his next 2 games he's working on, since he's working on those with the A24 people. Upside to live streaming off camera is that you can be naked. True. Not that I've ever taken advantage of that. Ah, fuck. I was like blocked in by the damn hands. This part kind of blows. Is Charmsy streaming naked right now? She's currently rehearsing for a play she's gonna be in, so I don't think she's naked. It ain't that kind of play. What cats do I have? They're both like, Luna is like a black cat that might be a little bit Persian or something. We're not entirely sure on the genetics of them, but yo, Dex is your regular gray tomcat. Well, tomcat, but she's also a girl.
Out of ammo?
Shut the fuck up. Do I stream butt naked? I have never once done that. That was a weird question. Of all the questions I've been asked, that one actually was surprisingly normal. I've been asked some real weird stuff before. Do you have 2 girls or 1? We have both the cats we have here are female. You know, a bomb to the head should make their head go pop, correct? Oh my God, you suck. Have you ever just stayed naked for... I don't really know. I'm usually like in clothes or something like that. All right. Why is everyone so interested in me being naked? I don't know, actually. Black hair curse. That's what I look like streaming, by the way. I think the real question is who wouldn't be interested. We have to know all the intimate details of our streamers. Well, that seemed to do the trick. Imagine if Asmongold makes a naked stream. Well, he would be banned, because even no matter how many viewers you get, you ain't gonna be able to do naked. But honestly, he's so like, people would actually, he'd get more viewers actually, because some people watch him just because he is so gross. Or like such a degenerate. That's actually part of his like his persona. He's like, I'm a degenerate and I don't care.
Be a way to get up there somehow.
Where the fuck did you come from? You'll never forget the dead rat. Did anyone actually see the dead rat, or did that just maybe just something he talked about? I know there was a stream where a cockroach actually climbed up him though, so there's that. Flesh door. If Hasanabe did a naked live stream, would I watch? I don't even watch him right now. Why would I watch him if he's naked? I'm not really big into watching political streamers. I find most of them incredibly annoying. And the fact that almost every political streamer ends up being like a toxic mess is even a bigger turnoff. Why did you ignite and go up into the air? Always chaos. Are you streaming tomorrow? I'm finishing this game tonight, so I might be taking the next 2 days off to like work on the Metal Gear Solid video. Because I need to record my lines and get started editing. So I might not be streaming tomorrow. I don't trust you not to come after me. Metal Gear Solid sounds like 3 random cool words put together. I think that actually is what it is. Though it used to be just Metal Gear. Back on the original 2 games, they added Solid to it once they got to the 3rd one. Expecting more booby traps. That works. I'll take that. Second Metal Gear game for the NES was titled Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, so it does technically still have the Metal Gear Solid in there. Well, I mean, if we're splitting hairs, yeah, true. Oh no, the door. Oof. Solid was added and it was the first 3D it's 3D, it's Solid now. It was just a cool name, we all have to agree. No word from Myra since I received the packet. I'm afraid to take this evidence to my superiors. What Mira was suggesting is horrifying and may reach corridors of power beyond my reach. The evidence she provided is enough to convince me that Lily's death was not an accident. They finally accepted Mira as a missing persons case, but refused to involve me. They say it's because I'm family, but I think that they consider me a suspect. Investigation is stalled, but for the sake of my family, I'll continue the investigation on my own.
Have you forgotten something?
Missing.
Nurse at Beacon Mental Hospital who disappeared while working a late shift. No evidence of ever having left the building.
But she's...
Almost halfway there. I was chosen not only to represent the fact that it was the third entry in the series, but also the transition from 2D to 3D. I got no keys. What's up, Cook? How you doing, man? Hope everyone's having a good night tonight, by the way. Have enough for that. I might as well get the next level in sprint. Honestly, I'd rather keep upgrading my pistol right now. Reload time. The globalists want the sim to control the populace. This game does sound like something he would come up with as like a conspiracy. Hey lady, I need you here to save my game. Were you alive during the Bosnian War? Are you wondering if maybe Nick is a Metal Gear Solid character himself? Alright. Metal Gear NES, best Metal Gear. I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I don't think those games are that impressive. Oh. I'm glad I didn't waste the bullet. Shit. Ow. No, stop. Can you stop? How do I shut this off? I literally have no way. I think I was dead. Oh no, I just had to suffer from it.
Gotta be more careful.
You know what? That's worth the health. I saved a bunch of ammo there. Treat the red light. It's behind a gate. I don't think I can. Also, you're old. You're only as old as your driver's license said you are. Or however... no, that's not how it works. It's only as old as you feel. There we go. Hey, look, if you've been living vegan and not drinking, not smoking, exercising every day, meditating, having saunas, eating vitamins, getting 8 hours of sleep, you could feel like you're 20. That's all you gotta do. It's not that much. You know, having sex... Wait, does that sex ages you? I wasn't aware of that. Good. Thought it'd be the opposite. Sex keeps you young. Well, hey, that's what I was told. Good for, like, the mind and, you know, and stress. Pretty sure Genghis Khan was told to abstain from sex if he wanted to live longer. He was disappointed by the advice. I mean, it just reeks of bullshit, too. It just feels like, no, that doesn't sound truthful. I know these Buddhist monks are always telling us that, but you know what? I don't think, you know, people are actually losing their life force to it. You have a higher likelihood of testicular cancer if you don't nut every week. Well, thank God I'm healthy. And this section is slow. That guy keeps saving me ammo. Thank you, Tentacle Bro. You're a lifesaver. Probably was Buddhist monks. It's always people like the religious, you know, leaders that always say don't have sex. I don't know why every religion was based like, you know, sex, you know, don't do it. I'm guessing it, you know, is partially due to like, hey, that it, you know, sex was dangerous once upon a time. You caught the clap or the syphilis or, you know, something else, you basically is dead. So that was their way of managing that one. AIDS is actually modern. AIDS was only like from like the 1950s or so. But syphilis, that's been with us for a very long time. You don't, well, excuse me, game. I thought I had to buy you a drink first. Emperor wanted all the concubines to himself. Well, true, but that doesn't mean everyone else has to not, you know, have sex for him to do that. I don't like it. Extra dead. You refuse to talk to women, they're scary as fuck. Well, you know what? You'll eventually discover one that doesn't terrify you. I promise you, it always happens. I'm back. What did I miss? We're walking through a meat sewer. You're retired from relationships. Did you get a severance package from that retirement? I got my relationship pension. I love it when the physics gets janky and makes them fly. You've given up approaching women you never dated, and I've had horrible experience with them, so I'm accepting that I will remain single my life. That's okay. I mean, if that's what you're choosing, but it sounds like it's just because that's what you think you have to take. I would say before you totally give up on it, I would say adjust your approach a little bit more. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta kill a monster. Can't really give relationship advice when I'm killing mutants. Okay, you were not worth 3 shotgun shells. I would say before you totally give up on anything like that, adjust your approach a bit and try a bit more. Because I do think relationships are healthy for people. They help you better yourself. If you get the right partner, that is. And I've known dudes who have also been like you, who just have never dated, and they have a hard time talking with women. And yeah, I think that's because a lot of dudes approach every woman thinking there has to be a relationship before anything else. So I would say talk to women like you actually want to, like, just get to know them and be friends with them, and let's see if a relationship happens from that, rather than starting out on the foot of like, I need to talk to this woman so I can have a relationship. It's usually better, way better. You're just like, yeah, I guess I'll talk to this person. They seem cool. And then just see where things go from there. The problem I always find with guys who have that attitude is that they're like crushing on every girl that isn't mean to them. Or at least even gives them even a bit of attention. And and then they think that means they're interested in them. When it's not always the case. Great relationship advice. I mean, it's something that took me a while to learn to. I'm not gonna lie. You ladies be cray-cray and you be difficult to read sometimes. Like, I understand where guys are coming from. Like, it's hard out there. You too? Yeah, even women will say they don't understand other women. I know it's like cliche and boomery of me to say, I don't get women, but you know what? It's part of your allure. You gotta be mysterious. Basically, just be a decent human being. Yeah, don't worry about being friend zoned, and don't just drop that idea. You're gonna be friend zoned. If you're interacting with women, yeah, sometimes you're just gonna end up in the friend zone. That's not anything to be worried about or scared of. And don't feel jaded when it happens. Eventually, though, there'll be someone who's like, you know what? This guy seems dateable, and then you'll have your chance. But yeah, just focus on like having like personal relationships, so, like where someone you like. Okay, I got a tentacle grabbing you. Fun. But yeah, just focus on having good conversations with people, and that's the goal more than anything else.
Have I wandered into some kind of nest?
Like the same way you approach most dudes, where you just look like, I'm gonna chat to this person, see what they're all about. That's how you should be approaching women as well. And go to places where people are like-minded, maybe have similar interests. That'll help you out. Obligatory seductive Japanese yeah, that was I kept thinking to myself, man, do I really have to deal with a tentacle fight when I'm trying to give dating advice? Is that what I'm going to do? If all goes wrong, ChatGPT will be there. Has anyone actually gotten a date using ChatGPT? Don't even be a decent human being, just be your best. Yeah, because trying to be too good can be creepy, because trying to be better than what you are will actually lead to you doing all sorts of possible weird shit that you would normally never do that might come off as odd. Like, you'll be like, it's the whole, like, yo, tip of the hat, my lady. Let me throw my coat upon the mud puddle that you must now walk across. Now that's just abnormal. Just like, hey, just like, here's how you get interest from women. High five women. There you go. Offer a woman a high five, I guarantee you they'll give you the high five back. There's my secret. High fiving. Throw it up, leave it there for a second, you'll get a high five in exchange. But only do it when something cool happens. They're like, yeah, there you go, high five. There you go. No bro fist. That's reserved for dudes. I mean, if the lady puts up the fingers for a bro fist, you bro fist her back. But I always say, wait for the lady to bro fist you first. Jeez, Jez, do you ever shut the fuck up? You're asking me? I'm a streamer. It's literally my job to talk to people. If you're looking for someone just playing the game and not talking, you need to type in no commentary on your search. But you seem new to streams. Welcome. I'm Dartigan. Hi, Dartigan. Nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you too. I'm like, someone, no, we're not banning someone for that. They have to actually try to let you do more than that. They want to get banned. But no, sometimes they just like wander into a stream and they go, oh, this person's playing a game. Maybe they're a mute. Let's see. I got 8,000 on me. I guess I could upgrade the fire rate. That should be good. And we'll add another bullet to it. Somebody's insecure about talking to women. A lot of people are these days. You realize that the amount of like people, like dudes got it rough right now, right? There's a lot of dudes out there who just have given up. And I think they're getting a lot of bad advice from other people because of that. Giving up sex is a cost signal behavior of credibility enhancing. Sacrificing something that makes you more credible to an audience. It's like an evolutionary thing. The guys who give up sex, eating meat, and worldly possessions are taken a lot more seriously by people because that shit is amazing, and anyone who gives that up must be a genius. Or I think that is definitely the way it used to be perceived. Nowadays, I don't know if that still works. But yeah, it definitely was some element of clout. You know, it's like clout chasing back in the day meant you just had to like not have sex. Like totally clout chasing or aura farming by remaining a virgin. How about Mr. Streamer? Do I want to get married one day? I'm not opposed to it. Seems like pretty cool to me. Whole movement called MGTOW, men going their own way for those who are, yeah, and it's I don't think that's healthy. It's usually, like I said, it's usually a bunch of guys who are either never dated or have just had some really bad luck and or dated women who weren't very good with them. I don't believe in cutting off entirely one half of like humanity, but that goes for men or women. I don't think it's good for anyone. Which way was I going? Yeah, I came from that way. You leaving, Monty? The 4B movement, yeah, I agree. Like that's why I still maintain. I don't think it's good. It's healthy for it to like literally like, yeah, fuck the other half of the human race. I think it's hard to come back from that mindset once you adopt it too.
Shit. This is dead.
Hmm. Need more parts.
Damn it. What am I, an electrician?
You're in a horror game, of course you are. Honestly, all this MGTOW 4B yada yada nonsense is just more bullshit propaganda to divide the human race. Well, it's succeeding at that, because I don't know about you, but it does feel like we're at the most divided we've ever been as a, you know, species. Alright, let's see. Hmm. He's like spinning all, no? Okay, that gets that going. Made me think of Watchmen there. Women and men in South Korea are literally having a... South Korea is basically doomed as a people right now. Like their population replacement rate is so low that even if they started having like 2 or 3 kids per couple, they still wouldn't be able to recover from it. It's like literally like their population crash is now basically locked in. I'm missing more. I don't know. Am I overthinking this? I guess I was overthinking it. Thanks for the ghost. Visible ghost. Wiggle. Ow. How do... What? Okay. Oh, you son of a bitch. Have a grenade. Rip and die, Jesus. Got him. Can't retract messages here? Yeah, it's only a YouTube thing. Hey Dart, no exercise? Do I exercise? Yes, I exercise. I have been slacking on it recently, but I'm planning to get back into it hard. I'm kind of focused on running for a bit, but I want to get back into lifting. Because I haven't been lifting much recently. I'm kind of dreading it a little bit because I know it's going to feel horrible at first. Because I haven't done it in like a couple months. But it needs to be done. I ain't leaving that goo behind. Completely forgot about this monster. I did too. I completely forgot about ever having to fight that thing. Let's get everything. Oh man, I still don't have any rifle ammo. Lifting is easy with nachos. I lift one chip at a time. With pizza, it's lift one slice. Oh, how much can you lift now, though? I'm curious. How many pizza slices per rep? It's a good metric. Was a healthy conversation, the one we just had? I think so. I may not be the best of advice. I really, I don't ever want to see myself or people to see me as like one of these advice streamers or whatever they are, the ones who just like give life advice, because I feel like they always end up having horrible takes, and I know I'll eventually have horrible takes too if I haven't already. Because I don't want to pretend like I got everything figured out. I'm just as lost as everybody else. Alright, we're up here. Almost to the asylum. Also notice they use the same music and the same voice too. Who are we talking about? You mean the advice people? Yeah, a lot of them always go for the same look. It depends on what kind of advice they're giving though. Appreciate you trying to uplift the guys and not giving up. Thanks. I mean, I think guys need it. Guys are definitely like having a rough time right now adjusting to the world we currently find ourselves in. I know I've been there. I've definitely had like felt just horrible about being a dude at times because of like it seems like the world is there to shit on you at times. Or like just will never trust you with anything. So I understand that feeling and it sucks. But I do think there's a lot of rewarding things to like, you know, putting yourself out there. And yeah, you're always going to get hurt a little bit, sadly. You will. That's a very interesting way of sending a message. What's the last one going to be? Die? Hmm? Do you think Survivor Laura is well written? Survivor Laura? For the first game, not for the next two. Suffer. You know, what font was he using for this blood? That's pretty clear. Like, there's sans serifs and everything on that.
You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball!
Yeah, don't listen to Jack. Jack is toxic. Computer's having a cooling fan issue, so watching Dart on my phone YouTube account, hey, I give you credit for trying to watch me however you can. I'm having an issue with my computer too, where it just, you know, freezes up randomly. Thank you for the 100 bits though, Courage.
You published my research in your name again. Did you think I wouldn't find out?
And I have done you a favor. You have no credentials. You'd never appear in a reputable journal otherwise. Nobody in the world knows you even exist.
Oh, but they will know. I have surpassed you in every way you can imagine. No matter. I have what I need. All that's left is the procedure.
Indeed. That is why we are here.
We? You wouldn't dare. You couldn't complete it without me.
Precisely.
People like Jack cause no one would talk like that. No, there's been some Jack-like people in the world. Does Rubik look a bit like Raiden? I don't know. Not really. I don't think he does. He's just like an albino. All over already, would you? Fine, I'll do it the hard way. term is albinoism. Don't make me call HR. Well, it's not calling HR these days. You just cancel a person. Hey, we're on the final chapter, Chad. We almost finished. Can you guess what this chapter is called? An Evil Within. Her name is Kidman, right? That girl? Yeah. You want over here?
Nobody here at all?
Missing woman. Short brown hair, brown eyes, responds a nickname. Investigation, you know why you're here, because you people aren't doing your job. You've been pursuing an authorized investigation using KCPD resources to do so. In addition, there are reports of threats, intimidation, and physical violence. If you had any proof of those allegations, you'd be taking my badge and gun right now. Obviously been careful, otherwise we would have. But we're watching you. You're not the only ones. What's that supposed to mean? Keep following me, you'll find out soon enough. You keep drinking like you do, we won't have to. I've got work to do. Are we finished here? For now, but you're in thin ice. If I get even one more report, you're through. I'll be through when it's over. He's so edgy. That's a young Julie Kidman in the photo. Oh, wait, that was her when she was a kid. I don't think I ever realized that.
Losing our minds. 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 Losing our minds.
This way.
That town where you fight the two giants and the monster dog is where she grew up. She ran away from her parents neglecting. Oh, really? I don't think I ever got that part of it, actually. Since it seems like a weirdly European, old-ass European town rather than like an American place. But then, given who this developer is, they love anachronistic, like, European villages. So they'll put them one anywhere.
Hey, wait!
I forgot what we cared about this boy. He's just come from... He's the person Rubik wants to put his mind into. And escape this, nightmare world. I might be wrong, but I don't think the Evil Within takes place on Earth. Could be a different world. I'm pretty sure it takes place on... It's just a, fictional Earth. But it's Earth. I think so. Or at least I've never got that point of it. Yeah, it's all inside like Ruvik's mind is what it is. Yeah. Oh, button.
All right, kid, where are you taking me?
World outside of STEM. I'm pretty sure that's Earth too, as well. Like I've never got the impression this isn't in our world.
It's going to come down.
This way.
Sorry, this kid can run way better than me.
This way.
I think Resident Evil 9 is going back to Raccoon will pan out. I don't know. We don't know. We don't really know if you go there for the entire game or if it's just going to be important. Like I said, we don't even know why you would go back. It should just be like a smoking crater in the ground. Well, here we are. It all ends where it began. Cliche. I don't really use that one too much anymore. I don't even know why Resident Evil fans are upset with Raccoon City. It's just because it's the first like location, and there's like 3 games that were set there. Definitely more than that if you count the spin-off games. So for fans of the series, they've had to spend a lot of time there, and it's like still gets brought up in like every other new game usually, since the characters that survived it, you know, went on to do more shit. You at the party, Ruvik?
I knew it.
Zero, 1, 2, 3, Outbreak, both files, Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles, and Umbrella Corps all happen in RC. Yep. It's called Raccoon City, but there are no raccoons. Look, maybe they have like a raccoon festival. I don't know, you know, they should explain the lore of the name. I agree on that front. Two. Ah, that was a good one. 7 out of 10. That was an IGN 7 though. It's like I'm still feeling that sneeze actually. Reverberating through me. Do I have allergies? Yes, tree pollen. But my allergy season is now past, so I'm good. Bless your heart and soul, you sweet son of a child. Look at these Game of Thrones references over here. Look, kid, form a band and make an album about it.
The noise, the light blends together, takes shape.
You too, Dart. I feel you got it too. What, sneezing?
It's a place I know so well.
5 out of 10.
My prison. My home.
Pain without love. Pain can't get enough. He really is like a young Alex Mercer. He's just so edgy. Oh. Into the blood pool again, huh? In the ye old times, you made a deal with Zeus one task, and in return he gets to Zeus your wife. You agree, he performs the task only for you to reveal you never married. In retaliation, he blows up your city and calls you a cunt. I'm okay. Well, you finished the story for me, so I guess I don't have to respond. Hey, this kid's helping me speedrun this place. You still dream of escape? So near at hand. What is the point of dreaming when your body lies here, never moving? Scrolled past it on Discord and found it funny. You'd think he'd know if you were married or not. I mean, the Greek gods weren't exactly Yahweh. They weren't all-knowing and everything. They could be they weren't infallible. Good night, hey, Big Zilla. You have a good night, dude. Thanks for being here. Experimented on, so he's somewhat insane. He was kind of insane before the experimentation. What if Rubik Leslie appears in The Evil Within 3, but he's super jacked and Senator Armstrong? I mean, hey, the man, could use with a few extra muscles. He focused too much on the cerebral. But I don't think we'll be getting a Evil Within 3 to ever discover, that happening. It seems like it's a franchise that's now a bit dead. I mean, when was the last one? It had to have been like in what? It was like what, 2017 or something? That the second one came out? 2017? Yeah, nailed it.
By the time I realized Jimenez had betrayed me, it was too late. I was so close. He knew it. Knew that I was too focused to notice when he brought those men.
Bomb Financial. It was found to be reused Fallout 4 assets and animations. Yep.
Their device is a perversion of my own. The device I should have
It
created.
had some cool design bosses in it, though.
My data, my equipment, my theories, my mind. They replaced my husk of a body with a new dimension of torment.
Is that a bad thing? Reusing assets that you've made, not necessarily a bad thing, and it's kind of expected of Bethesda. They reuse a lot of assets. But it's like the fact that they went open world with it is what kind of peed me off about it. There's old carvings and vases with sex icons on. Oh yeah, I've seen those. They're called eggplants. They get made on everything. People love the shape of it. Hey Dart, are you into reading fan-made manga? I've read a few here and there, and some of them are all right. I probably tried to read more and gave up before I got anywhere because it was bad, more so than finished. But by fan-made manga, you mean like stuff it's like derivative? It's like, here's it. Let me read this Naruto fan fiction that where someone turned it into like an actual drawn comic. Generally not those. At least I don't think. Because usually fan content like that is not that great. You ready to bed, Toto? You have a good night, man. Leslie was supposed to be 5, but consider the game's subject matter, they were forced to age him up. Had to write in an excuse to why he acted like a child, and they inflicted trauma onto him. I think I just heard Lucky come back home. Welcome home, babe. I'm still playing the game, by the way. We're near the end, though.
Leslie?
Alright, chat. You guys better prepare for yourself for how stupid this final fight is. It's so out of place. I still remember, it's the most memorable part of this game to me, actually. Notice how Leslie looks more confident? That's just because he started listening to some good podcasts that gave him excellent life advice. Oh, this is... Alright, last health upgrade? Yeah, why not? Hello, hello.
Hi, Chad.
Oh, hi, chat.
Oh, hi, Chad. How's your sex life?
Don't rub it in their face.
Was that Chad how their sex life was? I wasn't asking you.
I know, I'm just joking. We were actually, I was actually giving dating advice earlier.
You were sharing love advice. What did you say?
That basically, like,
Spill the tea.
dudes who are, like, struggling, should just treat women as if they're not trying to get a date and just treat them the same way they treat guys, and that they're just trying to, you know, be chill and hang out with them or stuff like that. So it's basically, like, don't try to, like, treat every, like, moment with a woman as a chance to get a date. That was the gist of it.
I would say just, like, actually, like, listening for what's being said in conversations that actually sparks your interest.
Yeah.
Because that, when you connect on that level, it becomes like mutual, and it's easy to build conversation with that. It doesn't feel forced. I think that's the worst part is we all feel the cringe. The girls, we feel it too. Like when we try to flirt with you guys, because it's hard for us too, you know.
Yeah.
Moo luck. My sex life doesn't exist. Lucky Moo. Hi GMC. Hi Courage. Hi Balak. What sex life? Hi Santa. Hi Peta. Hi Ashley.
You're scared of women too? This is fucking sad.
We're all scared of each other. What up, Jim? What up, gangsta? Hello, Dixity. Monty. Hey, how are you guys doing?
Came for the gameplay, left with dating advice.
You should know that while we were gone, Dartigan was gooning hardcore to this game. Were you gooning on
There is nothing in this game you can possibly goon to.
I mean, I'm not judging you.
Like, if you goon to this game, I don't know, something's gone wrong.
The thing I got close to a sex life is my hand gets tired for beauty. I mean, me too. I've been there. Probably different parts of the hand get sore though for us.
If you want to
Imagine.
live, you avoid.
What did I do with my bong that I just?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I can goon to Sebastian Dart. Jesus, it's like you don't even know you're on. I mean, hey, if you want to like goon to this sweaty, dirty, shaven man who's got alcoholic and like, you know, other issues, be my guest.
Poor guy.
What is it?
Rest in peace.
You cremate the poor dude.
I was petting the cat and then I put it down.
Ah, gotcha. Got distracted.
I got distracted by that pussy. Those pussies, plural. Hey, Baze. I hope you have a good day too, honey. I did. I just got in from rehearsal.
How'd that go?
It went really well. They had us do a thing where we read the whole play, but we didn't read our parts. We like all just read it. Like you would say one character, I would say the next, and then the next person. We just went around the circle. So it was a much more collaborative way of doing it. You know, people who had small roles got to read whole speeches, that kind of thing. So we all understood the fuck. Whoa. You got that zoom.
Zoom zoom. Got a case of the zoomies.
Did I?
That's just my controller vibrating. Oh, my lantern.
Oh, my lantern. Yeah, that one, Nisseus. I do mean that one. Can't have a midlife crisis if your whole life's a crisis. Oh. Or if you're on fire. Is this your friend?
No, he ain't your friend.
Do we know this person?
Yeah, this is the villain.
Luna's here.
Hey, Luna.
Hi, Papa.
Aw, she's being cute. She's been making a lot. What generation am I? I'm a millennial.
She was very happy when I walked in. I could tell she was like, "Why are you gone?" 3 hours, 4 hours, mommy. So, what's the fleshy stuff all over the place then?
It's meant to be spooky. That's what it is.
Okay.
Do I gotta kill these eyes? I think I do.
What this does.
Am I wasting ammo? I think I'm wasting ammo.
Dead the eyes. This is fine. Allegedly. Charms, Dart told us earlier that you enjoy Dartigan farting on your face. You weren't supposed to tell him that. There's supposed to be things that are between us, babe, okay? Special things.
Chad is trying to sabotage us.
Chat, you can't. Our love is pure. But Shane's virginals now. I think I just said fat. In all caps. Hi, Luna. Sorry.
What is it?
Do you want me to get her?
No, she's good. She's fine there.
Luna's exploring behind Darts.
I want her to like come into the office more.
Hello. Why don't you come say hi to the chat? They want to hear from you. Man, they even ripped the nurses off kind of with this. Only it's like Daisy Duke girl. The PS5.
Everybody?
Yeah. Guardy charms you live on forever. Alternatively, Luckygan.
Luckygan.
Oh, Luckygan. That sounds very Irish there, Nisseus.
Luckygan.
Luckygan. The Rebecca cosplay sticks off. Rebecca Chambers,
Yay.
Women for Justice.
I think that's becoming your favorite one.
And can I be one of your bridesmaids? Asks this, sure. Dartigan. Flows off the tongue. That's what she said. Why do their eyes glow?
Because they're evil.
These answers being because it's scary and because it's evil sound about as far as the devs thought on this.
That is kind of it. That is because it's creepy. Like blood and meat is creepy. So.
Ashley also wants to be. Everyone is my bridesmaids. You, Xander, you are absolutely in the wedding party as well. Totally, sure. You can. I'm doing a co-ed, multi-ed, multi-gender bridal party. You can be my maids. Men and they thems. My kings, queens, and monarchs. There you
Kings,
go.
queens, and monarchs.
There you go. You're cute, Baze. You and your little niece are so cute. I love when Baze does her streams chat. Her niece sometimes comes to join and she talks, and it's just like she's a very sassy, smart little, like sure-headed thing, and I love listening to her talk to Baze. And Baze is so good with her.
Hey.
I said multi. Puffy's also a good aunt. There's so many good aunties. It's abuela chat night. Abuela mamitas. You want to wear an Aerith cosplay to my wedding? Full permission granted. It just can't be the song one, because that's white. In fact, all of my bridesmaids will wear Aerith's luxury dress, her middle dress, and her crappy dress. And then all of Dart's groomsmen will wear all of Tifa's dress. And Dart will wear Cloud's dress.
Why not?
And I'll wear another one of Cloud's dresses.
I can make it work.
No, actually, I'm gonna dress up like Andrea Rodea.
Ow. Fucking bombs, mate.
Sounds like a fun wedding. Oh, God. But actually, we already promised our cable guy that he could come to us.
Oh, shit.
Oh. It's a Timu, one of those Resident Evil 4 characters.
Emu Resident Evil 4 character. That is what this game is, essentially.
Hey, Roger. Small children don't have a filter.
Oh, shit. I'm getting messed up.
She does seem like a smarty pants McGee Basie. She's very verbal, and I think you said she's pretty young. So she's clearly got a, the mind like the sponge. What's that squeak noise? This looks like Fright Fest at Universal Studios or something. It's scary.
You mean you're not scared by this much blood?
If your girlfriend is gonna have a party before the marriage, the Dart have to come in Greece for his party. Trust me, it will be great. Winky face. Ooh, you're gonna go to Greece?
I guess so. It's been decided.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Can I also do my party in Greece, but we'll go somewhere else?
Well, yeah,
In Greece?
there's lots of different
There's
places.
lots of places in Greece.
Lots of places in Greece.
Yeah.
Who's paying for this, by the way? Chat? You paying? Chat paying this? Chat volunteering?
Chat's gonna vote on my wedding dress.
Greek.
Do I get the luxury dress, the tier dress, or the crappy dress?
Apparently, they want us to have the most high profile thing.
Patreon is paying for it.
I don't know if my Patreon makes that much. Still, like, you'll pay for a Greek wedding.
Is it that? Then does it also get to technically be my big fat Greek wedding, or is that just if you're marrying into a Greek family?
I think you do have to be Greek somewhat, or one of them.
For it to be a big fat Greek wedding, but you can have a Greek wedding.
I don't think either of us have any Greek relatives.
You're supposed to pee in your pants from this charm. See, that's the point. Excuse me, Isaiah. This is not a Kojima game. I haven't been paid enough.
Not a single bug in this game either. So.
Oh, then I'm not scared.
It's just a lot of blood and like people with like stuff sticking out of them.
Stuff sticking out of the people would probably like irk me a bit, but the blood, like gore, doesn't really.
Yeah, that's why I was described this as like someone like some high schooler's idea of scary. It's a very like juvenile idea of horror.
Yeah, like those eyes are funny.
Yeah, it's like
it literally looks like Craig from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Greta, my new body.
And then you've got Nathan Drake here, kind of. Is this Nathan Drake from Uncharted?
He's from the same era of video games.
Wearing a nice vest. She got you invested into Bluey base? Oh no, you're done now. She dances to it. Uh-oh. Don't worry, Bio. Everyone's invited to our big fat Greek. Did we determine that we can call it that? I feel like no, we can't. It's our Greek wedding.
I personally don't have an issue with that.
We can.
I think we should be able to.
Since Nick lives in Greece, it seems like he does because he was inviting you there. Can we call it that?
Oh, we have an invite then. Yeah, then definitely.
Nick, can you give us my big fat Greek wedding pass? Our big fat Greek wedding card? I just want pizza.
Oh, hey, well, you gotta go to Italy for that, not Greece.
You gotta have pizza too.
I mean, they do, but Italy's the one. Italy and
I just want pizza at our wedding in some capacity.
Greece isn't really known for pizza, I don't believe.
Like, how about we have a pizza bar?
Pizza bar.
And you can make your own. We can give toppings.
Seems like a serious idea to me. You just call Seb Nathan Drake. He's from the same. I could see why you'd be confused.
It looks like Nathan Drake doing like Al Capone cosplay.
Yeah, it's noirish Nathan Drake.
Oh, good night, Courage. Have a good lurk. He's definitely edgier. I agree with you, Base. That's absolutely. They won't let Nathan Drake say fuck.
I don't know. I usually probably didn't want to like swear too much in this.
Kitties are both in here.
Both? Yeah, hey Luna and the whole family's in here.
I'll make sure I keep that.
Yeah, Luna's been coming in the office a lot more recently. Yep. She likes to try to get into that in my storage cube.
This?
Yep. The thing she's nose. And she likes to stick her nose in it. Just logged my 134th straight day of being under my daily calorie limit after exercise. Just needed to share that I'm proud of you too, dude. That is not easy. Are you doing fasting or anything? Because that's what I did. I need to get back on that, actually.
Oh, fuck yeah, Mr. Cook.
Oh, we're another one of those, like, death Roomba rooms.
We've been doing good with our eating, though, lately, chat, because we've been, extra trying to go through all of our leftovers.
Leftovers.
And that's been actually a really fun... Like, I've been getting really creative with how to, like, I can redo them and stuff. And he made, like, a really good beef bowl with, like, leftover, like, ground meat that we had, so...
Okay, there's a bomb in my face. Fought to the safe head enemies in this? Yeah, I fought both the safe head enemies already.
I'm gonna put her beans on it.
You did?
Yeah, she went, like...
She seems like she's been in a really good mood today.
Yeah. Probably because we put ducks up a little bit last night.
Yeah. All right.
The ducks is in a good. They both came and greeted me when I came home. It was nice.
Hmm.
You ate a 16 mega pizza all to yourself in one sitting on Saturday. I'm actually jealous of you.
I've eaten a 16-inch all by myself before. Not that impressive.
All right, size queens, calm down. I ate a 12-inch pizza, okay?
I'm pretty sure every guy has eaten a 16-inch pizza by himself at some point in his life.
Then you're officially size queens.
Pizza size.
Brag about all that pizza.
I've never attributed the idea of a size queen to pizza before, and it's kind of brilliant.
No. From me to you. You can use that in your funny videos. Luna!
What is it?
She crawled in.
Hold on, I gotta get a picture of that. Luna crawled into one of my storage cubes. He found a hidey hole for herself.
Oh.
Hold on a second, chat.
Up here, baby.
She's welcome to stay there.
Gonna.
Oh yeah, she's scratching. She's making it.
It's okay, Luna.
Oh yeah, I got some good ones. Those.
So cute.
I'm actually preparing another I got another Patreon post ready for the only cats soon, so that one will be going into it.
Dex is like, wait, can I come in?
Dex is just. Sorry, chat. This is way better than the game right now.
I wish you could see this chat. Chat, they're having like a Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet moment where they can see each other through the fish tank, but it's Luna inside one of the like canvas drawers that's in Dart's cubby bookshelf. And they're like looking at each other through the handle. Oh my god.
I took a bunch of photos of it, so they'll go up on my Patreon. What was I doing? Playing a video game? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got fight. Oh yeah. All right. I think she does. Hey, she's welcome. That one took a while to die. That was incredibly easy. I'll give this game credit. It had more interesting environmental pieces than Resident Evil 4. Like I said, I think this game's idea of like what's scary is kind of juvenile. So there is more variety, but a lot of it is just like kind of laughable at times. Like I don't particularly find any of these environments scary. Depends on you guys. Obviously, yeah, everything's gonna be subjective, but I don't know. I feel like this is just like very middle school kind of horror concept. I mean, like having spikes come out of the ground in a boss fight. Yeah, like I said, the boss fights are probably the best part of this game, actually, because they do like try to like ramp up the tension by putting something that you're not really, because you do play as a pretty like limited character. They do get that part right. Uh-oh. Oh, because they were being good.
You were being good. That's it.
You do understand what I'm talking about, right? About what? I mean, like having, but yeah, I do understand. Like, yeah, I like this game. Don't get me wrong. I just like making fun of it as well. Like I said, I like this game for different reasons than probably you. I like this game just for the fact that it's so kind of schlocky at times. I like a good piece of schlock. Something you need to realize about me. I'm fine with something to be schlock as long as it's kind of masterful or at least creative schlock. Ow.
We like to have fun here.
Yeah. Ow. Hey, that was pretty schlocky.
Lucky you, Monty, Mr. I just came back from Ireland.
Yeah, he seemed like he had a good time.
That's so cool. Mortis. I missed the best bathroom of 2025.
Did you?
I guess there's another fucked up bathroom.
Yeah, I guess
Oh!
I guess I should not walk across that.
And you're fucked.
Got that grind. Yeah, it's a very grindhouse, almost like B kind of horror scenario. B movie horror.
I think I left a part of myself there, says Monty. I bet you did.
Should go this way.
There is a lot of. Ireland can have a little bit.
Okay, I'm hitting those wires is what's making those come up. Well, yeah, that'll do it to you. Did I seriously not see the tripwires? No, I did not.
Nah. Oh, hi, Mark.
Just seems like it.
Staring at the bathroom. He wants to go to the sink.
I'm not gonna bother with that bomb this time. Oh, come on. Bad game. Bad. I forgot how annoying this trap section is. Come on, I'm not touching them.
There.
It's just like the hitbox for them is so janky. The rifle stock. I can't get rid of the rifle though. It's just on me. My aura, it's too big. Powerful. Protein-filled aura. Uh-oh. God, that's stupid. Why do you keep penetrating him? What, the spikes? You're asking the spikes why they keep penetrating me?
This is the Mortal Kombat level, okay?
There might be an invisible wire. That would be an entirely new concept that they're introducing now at this point. What's up, Polly? How you doing tonight?
Hey, Polly.
I swear I'm not hitting it. What the hell? It's like tripping no matter what I do. Having a rough go of it for fucks? What? Hey, hope you're... Sorry you're having a rough night, man. You're like 3 0 in typos tonight. Don't worry about typos. I never do. Can you shoot the wires? Unfortunately, no. I don't know what to do. It's like it's tripping no matter what. State has yet to return my ID and I need a photo ID to work. Oh, one of those situations. Okay, there we go. And there you go. What has been my favorite book this year? Oh, you're asking that. Actually, not me. I've started reading a book called Memorials, but I haven't got too far in it yet. Alright, I think we're at the final boss fight, chat.
Wow. What a mansion!
One more of those, huh? Hey, I thank you for the 100 bits, Equinox. I'm going to be playing that Resident Evil game soon. So the perfect opportunity to do it. Where's my level up bench? Can you answer it too? Like I said, the only book I've read this year is called Memorials. It's actually right up here next to me, but I've only got like the first 100 pages of it in. It's like a horror novel about like roadside memorials. So far, it seems pretty good.
If I make it out alive, I'm never riding in an elevator again.
Oh, do you remember the Xbox 360 era chat where everyone joked about long elevator rides? In Mass Effect, in this game, and in a few others. Sounds like an interesting premise. It definitely is. Alright, I'm gonna get fully healed first. Not exactly doing great ammo-wise, but you know, whatever.
Dr. Jimenez?
It's me.
It can't be.
Help! Help!
Oh yeah, I don't need any for what happens next, do I?
Sebastian, get away from him.
They didn't give our boy Jonah much of a death, did they?
Your interests are the same as
It's like no one even cares about him after he's dead.
I get it. You're not just some rookie detective, and this is not just some ordinary kid. You killed Joseph and you shot me. So right at this moment, that's enough reason for me not to trust you.
You're a good man. That's why Doesn't matter anymore. If you know who this kid is, if you know anything, you know why he can't be allowed to live.
bullshit. It's Ruvik. He's the one that...
What was their goal? To kill Leslie.
Leslie, stop. Leslie!
Because Leslie's psyche is compatible to Ruvik's, which allows Ruvik to possess his body, override his consciousness with his own. Yep. But they never followed up with that in the sequel, strangely. I told you this shit is bonkers, chat. You find a big brain in the sky and everything else. Why would Ruvik subject himself to his stim again? Because he's not mentally well. He's like a psychopath. How did we survive that? I got purple blood? What?
Purple blood, purple blood.
Continue.
Purple blood, purple blood. That's just that. Fucking 8 minutes is the whole song.
Yeah, that'll go somewhere. It's a good album.
It's Prince. Do you really not know this? I'm
I thought you were,
I'm referencing Purple Rain by Prince.
I thought you were making that up.
It's like widely considered one of like the greatest like pop rock songs.
It just goes purple blood.
No, it goes purple rain.
Okay, that's why I didn't I know about Purple Rain.
Yeah, spoofing that.
That threw me off, just changing it to purple blood. You know what? Good dental on that monster. Really brushing those teeth.
Oh, I love you. Darling Nikki is Polly's favorite Prince song.
Look, I've told you guys I'm like music illiterate. My favorite band as a kid was Insane Clown Posse.
Who accidentally ended up headlining Bonnaroo because they got rained out this year. They happened to be the ones still playing.
All right, time for some badass. Yeah, this is scary, by the way. I'm just on like a Humvee shooting at a brain monster in the sky.
Now it's more of a Limp Bizkit, man.
Oh hey, I did like switch from Insane Clown Posse to Korn and Limp Bizkit and Rob Zombie in the night.
Look,
I was into the new metal, Chad. That's what I was into. Like new metal's awesome.
Like Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah. Like the only respectable band I liked at that time was Nirvana.
Bass, that's my favorite Prince song too. Let's go crazy. That shit rules. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to this thing called life.
Please, God, send me a rocket launcher. Thank you.
That's how the rest is.
Might as well be.
Chat is like a mixture of song lyrics and some of them are Limp Bizkit.
Just in case it wasn't Resident Evil enough for you.
Why, how so? Are we getting completely globally saturated?
We're using a rocket launcher to kill the final boss.
Okay. That, like, how every Resident Evil ends.
That's how they used to, yeah.
Hey, at least there's consistency in the series. Dark after you. Hey, enemy girl! I just got in from rehearsal. Came to sit with my man. Is it pregnant or something?
No, just a big scary monster, and I'm dead. I didn't do what I needed to do.
That's like,
That's ball sacks are scary, all right?
that's a ball sack?
I don't know what. This is something.
Think of ball.
Forgot what you gotta do to kill this thing.
Must be a dis nut.
Dis nut. Think you're supposed to target the brain? Yeah, it's hard to when it's moving. Like you target its brain when it's like gets stunned.
It looks like the Goombas from the Super Mario Brothers movie from the 90s. In the head. It's a giant brain behind it. Big brain. Although that seems to be where the gun wants to be. Man, these are some weak-ass rockets. See way creep inches towards you at the club, and you're like, oh god, he's gonna talk to me, or
Okay.
she's gonna talk to me, they're gonna talk to me. I don't want it. I want that cringe right now. Stare at your drink instead.
Too cringe, bro. Too cringe.
I used the word raise tonight at Shakespeare.
Shakespeare would understand Riz.
Shakespeare would approve of this. He would approve of all of the skibidi and based, all of it. And I have a master's degree, so I'm allowed to academically say that as a thesis. I mean, I'd be stressed out too.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Gorgio.
Ooh, that nut went boom.
This nut.
Well, he gored real good.
Squish.
Squish.
Ew. Is it the Matrix? What's
They all were in like a brain simulation thing.
Oh, so it's like Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
They went inside Arthur's body. Or Arnold.
Well, we were in the serial killer, Ruvik guy's brain.
Oh, of course. Obviously.
Ruvik nutted harder than most furries with that death. Oh, I don't even want to think about how hard furries must nut. Died of ligma. Apparently, we're still in the dream right now. We need to like continue busting his brain.
Hell in a dream.
You cannot keep me here.
Naked her.
I'm going to finish this.
Furries get naughty. Squish.
Squish.
Vital signs, sir.
We were watching Breaking Bad last night, and there was a guy who he bit into an apple, and both of us went crunch.
Crunch.
Leave that one. And those two. They're not going anywhere.
Nathan Drake turned into a woman.
No one can.
Nathalia.
What if he didn't smash the brain? Didn't really, as you'll see, it didn't really matter. Like, Rubik got out anyways.
The main antagonist. Game was Brain. Brain? On it? Your chin's nice.
Thank you.
I could just tell you were.
Yes. Oh, that face.
Ah. Face I make when I look at the news.
Wish they had DLC with Evil Within 2. They might have been planning that, but, you know, the game flopped. I was the only one who played it.
This game?
The sequel. It didn't do very well.
There's a sequel to this?
Yeah, Evil Within 2. Withered Leslie ain't there.
Smithers. I mean Withers.
Withers.
They're all taking a nap. Nice that this job lets them do that. Healthy. The water looks like coom.
I don't think it's water.
That's symbolic.
GG.
And do some jogging if you.
Ah, natural light.
Go, go,
go. No, the police just wouldn't run past him like that in that situation.
Oh yeah, he'd be dead.
Or at least they'd be like, get on your floor. Hands behind your back. Interesting, because Julie said leave that one. Did she mean Leslie? The one that literally tried to stop from escaping? I don't know. They didn't really go into that detail about what happened to Leslie.
Would anyone buy Hot Topic themed Hot Pocket?
Hot Topic, Hot
Themed
Pockets.
Hot Pocket. That sounds like a good tongue twister. I don't.
I don't think so. I don't know what would that taste like. See, there's Leslie. No one bothering to stop the person in the straitjacket walking out of the mental institution full of dead people. Like, yeah, let him go.
Walking on sunshine. Whoa, don't it feel good? Hey. Because his hair is full of secrets, Gabriel. Pocket.
When the lady detective caught, did she die? She was technically part of this evil organization, but she's alive. Only person who died and didn't get really any conclusion was Jacob.
That was the end?
Yeah, Jacob just got shot, and then no one ever cared about him again.
Huh. Sure was a game.
Well, hey, it's a nice guitarist from. Yosef is still alive? What? He is? How?
Uh-oh, the lyrics.
No, I'm trying to remember. Is he in 2? And I don't think he is. This is the end for real? Yeah, that's the end.
What even happened?
We escaped the Rubik's brain and got back to the real world, and Rubik apparently escaped as well, but the sequel has nothing to do with Rubik. It's more to deal with our missing... no, Rubik used Leslie to escape the brain machine he was in.
Oh, so Leslie's
Leslie, yeah, he took over Leslie's consciousness, so I guess Leslie's still there, but it's just like both of them together.
Who's Leslie?
The albino kid that was running around the entire
time. Oh, in the hood.
Yep.
Okay.
But no, that was Rubik. The Leslie was the other albino who just was acting like he's like a child.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Albino.
Yeah.
Running around here.
Sequel confirmed was they were alive, though off screen. Depeche Mode fan? Yeah, why not? Will you play the DLC? I don't think I'll be playing this game's DLC. I mean, I might if I ever want to like make a DLC sim video for it, but I don't think I'll be playing it right now.
Depeche Mode slaps.
There
Never
was.
let me down again.
Like, I'm probably going to go on to play Resident Evil Director's Cut for my next playthrough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we can finally play the game half my sound alerts come from.
What a mansion.
What a mansion. More like Depeche Code. You came for the love advice.
And stayed for the game.
Was it that good? I didn't know if I was that good. I thought I was like, I should probably keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna embarrass myself.
Skin.
Game is fun to play, but the story is so nonsensical. Yeah, it feels like it was one of those games where they had probably a better plot and they had to cut a lot of it. You came for the, you'll keep that to yourself. You know what? It's for the best. I missed your love advice. Ah, well, it's all right. I think I've given the same exact advice before.
That's what the VODs are for.
Yeah.
You can go back and like,
Go watch the VOD with the ads on it.
when you need notes.
Gary Newman of Cars fame sings this song. Really? You can share anything on the internet, that you can. But you have there's consequences to that. I probably should not be letting this play.
Oh, it's copyright song. Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Just sing.
Oh,
really,
you get a Tommy gun.
Oh, how good.
And a rocket launcher. And 50,000 skill point brain juice.
Would it be? I think it would be Gary Youngman. Would be the nemesis of Gary Oldman. Oh,
There we
nice,
go.
Tommy. Tommy's so
There we
nice.
go. Game all done.
Top of 15's clear. Good job.
What'd you think, chat? What'd you think? That's one of those games I played and sinned before I could live stream it for you. What are the game that I do that I didn't do a live stream for? Can I even like play? Like outside of Final Fantasy 13, which I know someone's gonna recommend.
Persona.
Well, I haven't even seen that one yet. Maybe I should play that Remember Me game. Outlast. Oh, I never seen Outlast 1. Evil Within 2 had a good story, but made a lot of ideas. Like, yeah, it didn't really feel like it had much atmosphere. The game is way more fun with Dart and chat. Well, most games are. Do the OG FF7 Dart with mods. Well, maybe one day. Dart doesn't stream naked and he loves love. That's what we learned tonight. True.
You could do Final Fantasy like 8.
I actually streamed Final Fantasy 8 a few years ago.
Yeah, I know you did. I watched your VODs before we started dating.
See, chat, that's how it happened.
It is.
Become a live streamer and get them to watch your VODs. That's my actual love
Pick
advice.
an actress who playing a streamer.
Remember,
She studies you.
Pretends a note says, "Remember Me was one of my favorite games of 2008." But wait, that was not a 2008 game, was it? I was thinking that was that. I mean, that game had kind of just come out when I sinned it, and that was like 2014.
You Lexus of Dragoon.
Enjoy your cream of some young guy. Oh, I know that joke. You should replay Enslaved. I don't really feel like that one was not a good game.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of the Old Republic. Well, I'd be sinning that one. They're supposed to be remaking that one.
It's so good.
They're supposedly remaking that one. Never heard of Remember Me. It's from Don't Nod before they started making Life is Strange.
I think I know that game.
Yeah, it's about this girl in France, but she's English, and it's all about like deleting memories from people or something.
Yeah.
And she wore jeans really well. It's like everyone liked her jeans. Gender neutral term for sugar daddy mommy is glucose guardian. Looking forward to the Resident Evil Director's Cut stream. I am too. I've been wanting to stream. I've already streamed Resident Evil 2 and 3 OG this year, so might as well add that one in. But chat, I think that's going to be it for tonight. That was a pretty good stream. I'm probably not going to be streaming the next couple days because I'm going to be like doing my finalization work on the Metal Gear Solid script and getting that recorded. So I'm going to have to need my voice for that. But I'll be back streaming with the Resident Evil Director's Cut, hopefully, if I can get a working version of that. But we'll see. Chat, you've all been wonderful tonight. Don't forget to like subscribe and follow me on Twitch or join my Discord or check out my Patreon if you want to see my exclusive content. I'll be posting on there too. So, but all of you, thank you for being here. Thank you to the mods, super chats, gift subs, bits, any of that stuff going around. Thank you very much. Hope you guys had a good time, but most importantly, thank you guys for watching. Anyways, I'll see you all in a couple days. Stay cool until then, and stay safe, everyone. Peace.
you in a